I'm not sure when David gets back. I think like in the noon or something. Cause he has to attend some extracurricular stuff. So, for now, just me on. Also, Kun's at work. He usually works on the weekend, so it's not until like the evening that's when he gets back. Yeah, Davi's supposed to set up his room because he's been sleeping on the couch for like 2 months already. 2.5 months. I would never be able to sleep in the living room. Even if if I'm like visiting a friend and whatever, but it's kind of hard to sleep. I don't know how Davi does it. It's just like the lighting and then the noise, and it would take me a while to knock out. And the uncomfortable nature of like the open like room, like a really wide open room. I'm more used to sleeping in like a room on my own, or whatever. Okay. I got up actually pretty early today. That's probably one of the earliest times I've ever got up on the weekend in this like past like year or two. It was like, I think it was like 8:30 or so. No, it was 8:24, and I didn't set any alarm. I don't set alarms on weekends, but I just like naturally got up. Maybe it was the sunlight. I don't know, but I was still kind of tired. But I was like, I don't know, maybe I just get up anyways. And what? Let me figure out something. Why is my audio maxing out? I don't know what's going on here. I just need to lower it a little bit. 1 second. Recording. It's like my thing is hitting like, it's kind of like redlining it. 53 maybe. Alright, I think that's good so far. 53, 52. So at nighttime I tend to talk lower, but probably in the daytime I talk loud. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, as I saw the. Wait, why is? I didn't change anything here. Filters, noise gate. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe I just said it like that. I usually talk pretty low, so most people have a hard time hearing me. I'll just leave it as it was always. Yeah, usually on the weekend I don't get up until like 9 or 10. But I woke up at 8:24. I don't know why. I didn't even have to use the bathroom or anything. Usually, if I get up early, it's because I had to like go to the bathroom or something. Then I can go back to sleep. But I guess this time it just naturally happened. Okay, let's see what we got in the store today. Endeavor, Undercity, and nothing of interest so far. Who's online? Victor. Kind of want to know what rank he is. He has to be at least plat. Yeah. I mean, this guy is like one of my like friends that I've known since 5th grade, surprisingly. I didn't win it up in the same high school with each other too. But he was known to play games, but he didn't just, I mean, most games that he played, he kind of like ranked pretty high in. Like if it's something like StarCraft or League, or I mean in this case Valorant, which, you know, I'm not the type of, I mean, I'm not sure if he's the type of guy to play shooter games, but I know he's pretty good at it. Like, he would kick my ass in COD or something, or Counter-Strike. Yeah, he'd probably destroy me in Counter-Strike, but yeah, he's pretty good. I think he's like Diamond in League or something. And then in whatever equivalent of Plat is in the CSGO or CS or something, I don't know. Is it like MG or some shit? I don't know rankings. This is a good squad. Yeah, I played more like casual stuff. I never really played competitive games until probably League. I mean, if you count if you count COD multiplayer as competitive, I only played just, you know, just TDM a lot, but I never played it for ranks. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten to any game like to the point where I'm ranking. I think the first time was probably League, and when I started playing League, I've never played a MOBA before ever. Like, I didn't know what the hell a MOBA was. I wasn't aware that the combat is kind of like action RPG style. So I was, you know, I didn't know what was going on in that game. And I think the first character that I played was TF, Twisted Fate. And Davi was basically showing me how to do like just basic stuff, like how to move around and how to throw my abilities. Like, I literally did not know how to play at all. I didn't know what the controls were. I didn't know how to move. And I think at some point I was controlling my character by clicking on the map instead of just clicking on the screen. It was funny. I think it was like TF and Annie who I started off with. And then from there we just kept playing. I mean, I played a lot of AI matches before I even jumped into PvP. And then in PvP, I think I started with if I can remember, it was like either Ash or Graves. Like the first time I like played like an ADC or something. And then from there, I think I moved on to like support role, like Thresh. Okay, I'm trying to actually shrink my camera here, just enough to see Deadlock's character. It was a fun time to learn. I mean, eventually as the game, like, we started playing it more, the game grew more frustrating to play, but I mean, I guess that's the nature of competitive game, or a game that is like very PvP heavy. Oh, only got a shield up. Oh man, Reyna and Raze. I want to make my camera a circle. That way you can see here.
Kill that Reyna. Our team got sold. I want to keep it that way.
Wait, we're missing a character. Alright, that shows the ping and everything. Who we're missing? Oh, Riz. Maybe she DC'd, I don't know. Yeah, I kept my game at 60 FPS, so it's not gonna go anywhere above 100. Oh man, she did not expect that. I did not expect how fast she would strafe out. I guess I might as well get a vandal. Oh look, we got raised. Anyways, yeah, I think I don't remember when Davy finished. He moved in there like near the end of August, kind of like last minute. But he didn't really set up his room. Kind of like, you know, we have everything sitting around. Ooh, damn. There's just some boxes around. His unpacked stuff. Move his furniture around in his room, and then whatchamacallit, so that I get his thing set up. Yeah, hasn't really whatchamacallit, his table is not set up, and his bed. I think that's the first two things he's gonna work on. That way, you know, all the basic stuff, his computer up and running. I don't know how long that will take though. Yeah, I tried to install and play CS2 on day one. It's like impossible. Not turning fast enough. Yeah, CS2, people are saying it runs smooth, right? But most of the people that I see that says that are people who are running like 4070s, 4080s, 40 whatevers, 4 series, or 3080, 3090s. I don't know about I don't know about the rest of the people though. Like, are they also struggling with it too? Because some people say that they have like 5 years, 6-year-old computer and just running it fine. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with my system. But I ran CSGO perfectly fine. And it runs like pretty smooth. Because I played it like 2 or 3 days before. Yeah, it runs just well. And then you jump into CS2 and I can never get more than 30 frames. I've even like lowered everything, like all the video settings, anti-aliasing, turn off shadow, blah blah blah, turn off any After Effects or whatever post-processing effects, change the resolution, scaled it down to 4:3 ratio, and then set it to 1024 by 768, and it still runs like 25 frames, like anywhere between 19 to 30 frames. So yeah, that game needs some really heavy optimization. One thing they should really do is allow you to disable like global lighting and shadows, whatever you call it, global illumination. But yeah, so like in my opinion, the game is just a graphical upgrade of global offensive, so CS:GO. It's the same, like the models are nearly identical, the textures are pretty much identical, the assets like the environment are identical. The only thing that's changed is shadow, lighting, quality, and then post effects. So it's pretty much CS:GO with a slight graphical tweak, but it runs so much heavier. Like people who normally get like 500 frames are getting 250. Even people like on high-end computers, like 4090s and 4080s, whatever, or 4070s, saw like half the frames that they normally would get in CS:GO. So it's, yeah, it wasn't a really good change at all. And yeah, it needs some major optimizations. I'm trying to, you know, give it a chance, or give it like, be patient. Maybe they'll patch it up and then get it running much smoother. But currently I don't see it. Well, I don't see it in the short term for now. What's this? Bulldog Spectre. I can show how it looks for me. I downscaled everything. Even resolution is so blurry. It runs like really horribly. And for me, like, I get it. My system is pretty old, but if I can run CS:GO just fine and then I run Valorant just fine, there's something seriously, they screwed up something on CS2. This doesn't. It kind of reminds me of Starfield, where like, yeah, sure, if you get a high-end computer, you'll run it smooth, but for a majority of other people, it runs terribly. And you have to get in there and, you know, obviously mod it up, tweak with the configs, tweak with your system, you know. I'm being carried. Yeah, I just wait it out. I was thinking of just uninstalling it to save some space. Maybe I'll do that just for now. But yeah, I spent like two or 3 days already trying to get it to, you know, the resolution to set correctly, getting resolution set correctly, the frame rate to get set correctly, trying to get rid of the blurriness, trying to optimize the settings as low as possible. Like every single game that I've played, I've always set it to lowest settings. Even Call of Duty runs better than PS2. That's how bad it is. And Call of Duty has way more textures and way more character model details, environmental details, foliage. You know, polygons and complex shapes. And it, you know, there's just way more stuff in Call of Duty, and I could run it a lot better. Way better. It looks even better on the lowest possible setting too. Oh god, that's just how bad CS2 is poorly optimized. I mean, that's how poorly optimized CS2 is right now. So I mean, if anything, CSGO, CS2, they have the exact same graphics as like a PS3, PS4 game. If I were to like overlay it with like an older game, you'd be like, oh, it has really no difference whatsoever. I always get destroyed by those two. They're like pairs. Good fucking nade.
Let me.
There we go.
Cypher, you're evil.
GG's. Yeah, here I can show. So this game I run on the lowest settings. It runs smooth. It's buttery smooth. I can pop open CS:GO just to show how poorly optimized it is. And keep in mind, like as I said, COD I run way better. Like it's something like I think most times is like anywhere between 45 to 60 frames, and I cap it at 60. So I kind of, you kind of wonder what the excuse is for Valve. I think, anyone that tells you like, hey, maybe it's just your system, when, majority of people are saying that, yeah, this runs like ass. I don't get as much frames as I used to. That's kind of the reality here. So I can run it right now. And trust me, like when it comes to games, I know how to get it or drop the settings down to where I can get the proper frame rates. I've done it with every single shooter that I've played, and even like, what's the most modern shooter I have so far? Yeah, it's probably COD. And then what, COD came out like last year, right? It's not that too far off. So let me put this on. The way Source Engine, I don't know if it's like, it seems to me that Source has always had these issues and has never been really addressed by Valve. But there's people who's been there long enough, people who've played like 10,000 hours or so, and they can tell you exactly what the hell, like, hey, I've seen this anomaly happen or this like weird issue in old Source Engine games, and so they can tell you better, like, hey, there's something seriously wrong with this game in its current state. So right now, right off the bat, I already cannot capture the game because of the way Source, I don't know how they do this whole window thing. So what I have to do is like, okay, I have to do window to full screen. It sets it to 1080p automatically. I think most people, they prefer that you play on full screen mode. That way it kind of optimizes it or locks it in. That way it's not rendering other programs or softwares or whatever interface in the background from Windows. So I mean, here right off the bat, I can't even capture the game. Okay, so even in Windows full screen mode, see, Counter-Strike 2. Hopefully that works. No, it still doesn't work. You need to run a command here. Alright, let me exit the game. I have to run this. It's dumb. Okay, so first, I had to run a launch command for this game just to cap the frames. That's one right off the bat. So there's no option in the settings to do that. You can't technically run a command in the game, but you have to run it every single time you launch. So that's kind of annoying. And then the next thing is that you can't even, because of their anti-cheat system, every software is treated like every software technically is a third party, but every software that interacts with the scenery is considered a threat, which, I get that. Like, it's a competitive game. They want to crack down on softwares that can detect the screen, that you can somehow find a way to cheat with that, whatever. But I mean, it's so damn aggressive that you had to run a command through Steam just to get it to read correctly. So there it is, Windows full screen. And then this is at the lowest possible settings that you can get. Like, everything is disabled, texture filtering is all the way low, HDR is at the lowest settings. This one, if you put it on performance, it will look super blurry, but I can just sort of turn it on just to demonstrate. So this will make it blurry as heck, the super resolution. So it's gonna look like this. Why did it not set? All right, there it is. Okay, so play, and then let's just go to practice, right? Play Anubis. Okay, there it is. Okay, I mean, you saw me play Valorant just earlier. It's like running at a full 60, and it's never really dropped anywhere below that. But look at this. So this game, yeah, it looks slightly nicer. It's like more color, better shadows and lighting. But other than that, it's the same exact game as CSGO. Look at the texture. Even if you max this out on the highest settings, it's still the exact same thing. Yeah, just keep in mind that when you saw me play Valorant with OBS on recording or streaming, I was running it at 60. But you look at this. Look at this. 7 to 8 frames. And look, people would say, yeah, your system's too old. It's a 2023 game, right? Okay, I'm gonna open the 2022 game. That looks way better in all aspects. But it's gonna like walk around a little bit here. It's like watching a fucking slideshow. Like, whoever asked for, I mean, like, improved lighting and shadow, great, wonderful, but don't make it permanent. Like, I've seen a lot of developers do that, where they make features that you can't turn off, unnecessary features. I'd rather have baked lighting than global illumination turned on. Like, if you can turn it on and off, give people the option, like, or high-end computers to be able to turn it on, wonderful. Better shadows and stuff like that. Allow them to do that, but also allow people to turn it off too, that don't really care too much about it. Like, yeah, it does look, the game look better, but at what cost? At the cost of the frames. Alright, So there you go, 7 to 8 frames on the lowest possible settings. And trust me, I've gone through the configs. I've gone through the launch properties. I've tweaked around with Windows. I've changed the, changed the battery, or not the power settings to performance, blah blah blah. Tried every possible thing. And I did update my drivers too. My NVIDIA drivers is updated. I could try to run DDU, uninstall the NVIDIA drivers and do a clean install, but I doubt it's gonna change anything. Because I already did a clean install the first time around with the latest NVIDIA driver. But this is like a joke at this point. I mean, I'll give it like, I'll give it like a month or two, right? And then if it hasn't improved, then I'm just gonna uninstall the game. I mean, I wanted to play it. I actually wanted to, play like regular matches. And then maybe if I feel confident, then I'd play competitive. But right now it's like the game is unbearable to play at all. So they need, I don't know what I mean, it's a fucking large ass company, Valve, and this game has been around for such a long time, or the series. It just boggles my mind that they could not figure it out. Alright, so let's see, where's Modern Warfare? Call of Duty. Alright, let's go into that. So this game, 2022, right? That's when it came out. Same thing. I'll set everything to the lowest possible settings possible, and I can guarantee you that it runs way better. Even if I have my stream open, because with COD usually I turn off the second screen, I put everything on one screen, and then just making sure that the game itself has the most resources available to run. Otherwise, it runs pretty heavy. If I were to, I think when I was playing a lot more COD, right, I would always play only on one screen, and then I would set the like the stream chat on a separate like tablet or something. That way I can see the chat. But even then, let's try to run this game. What is this beta participation? What is this? Okay, so let me try to capture this. I don't know if it works straight away. I'll give COD that. It runs pretty well for the most part. Despite, having like a really heavy file. Or despite the files being pretty heavy. And then, I mean, they've improved the game's graphic dramatically. I mean, 2019 was when they, was where everything kicked off. But we'll take a look. Apparently Modern Warfare 2 will have zombies mode, so that's nice. I put my cell phone out. Alright. So right at the bat, I didn't have to open any specific command. Come on. That's spawn. Oh, is that Lilith? Oh, that's so cool. I mean, it's zombie mode, but I think I saw Lilith and spawn. That is freaking. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, so as I said, I launched the game, was able to capture it with OBS. No extra commands, no property changing, no nothing. How do I... Okay. Let me get to the menu, please. Right now the shaders are still optimizing, so I can't really do anything. Oh, that's not Lilith. That was some weird ass monster. Oh, they're really setting it up for Halloween. MW3 beta is live in 3 days. Interesting. Okay, so let me see if I can jump into a match. Multiplayer. And then let's do. Let me edit a quick play. Hardpoint domination. I could just go jump in a quick play. I'll probably play like 5 minutes of it and exit. So let's see how this runs with my stream up and running. I would say at least 30 frames, 30 to 40. Whereas in like CS2, it's like, it's weird. It jumps between 10 and 30. I think on average it stays at like 25 or below. Oh, is that my humble little scar? Tempa's Razorback? I don't know if Famaz is back. Alright, gun game. That's weird. I turned off the filter. I set it to TDM, hardpoint, and domination. Unless gun game was in that mode, I don't know.
Eliminate targets with each weapon to win.
Okay, let's see how this bad boy runs. Come. Okay. I'm gonna be kicked due to inactivity. Holy. Yeah, this is struggling. But anyways, CS2, I was running it without the stream. So basically I had it where it's only one screen, no OBS running or anything, and then no Discord in the background or anything. It's the game by itself, and it runs worse than this. But this is pretty bad in itself, but yeah. This is with OBS running, and then second screen is open. Yeah, but when I set it to one screen, it runs at like 55 to 60 frames. That's fine, where it's playable. Or where it's at least streamable, you know? Oh, leave me alone. Now let me see if I can do that. So I'm gonna set it to one screen. PC screen only. Turn off my music. Turn on Discord. There it is. There we go.
Needs one more kill to win.
Oh my god, I need those shaders to finish.
Mission
Okay.
failed. Return to base.
Let's just wait until the shaders finish. Oh, it's got a knife me? No. Knife somebody else. What's this notification? View details. Interesting indeed. Hold on, let me cancel this. Cancel this. I'm gonna let the shaders finish first. And then we'll close out the game, we'll rerun it and see how it goes. Oh. Why is my thing not snapping? What on earth? Laura Croft? I wonder who she's based off of. This is not Angelina Jolie anymore. Starlight? Spawn. Wait a what? Wait, what? Who's Izzy? Is that a real character? I mean, a real person? Vega. Homelander's in here. Tracer pack. Izzy. The boys. Velican. Mila. Oh my god. 21 Savage. I know Nicki Minaj is in here. Come on, show us Nicki Minaj. Mace. I mean, they have Shredder in here. Like, at this point, it's like, yeah, it's a given. Is Valeria now a robot? Jesus. Alright, I'll be back. Done with the shaders. What's new in the battle pass? What is this? That is just insane. I kind of want to know what the new guns are, though. What is that? A lot of these guns I am very like unfamiliar with. What's this, a Carrick 300? Oh, the Water 1000? SPX 80. Intervention. There's no new sniper rifles. AWM. ISO 45. I mean, that's essentially the UMP 45, right? Lockman Shroud. This game has an insane amount of MP5 variants. What do we got? A Guardian. Oh lordy, if you thought the broadside was annoying, you did the Guardian, which full auto shotty. Everyone remembers the AA-12, which was notorious. I'm not too fond of it. Tempest Torrent. Tempest Torrent is like a better version of the F-Tag. %. I'm gonna relaunch the game once that's all good. Alright, so set. Close game. I'm gonna give it a fair test. I'm gonna run all 3 games. Lowest settings possible. 1 screen, 1 OBS. OBS setting stays the same. Just to give it a test run. If we get a fair shot. So we're gonna start with COD first. We'll end up on Valorant for the last one. So I just let the COD update. That way the shaders are done. Yeah, OBS bitrate is gonna be a lot higher than I usually do. It's at 6,000. I usually do it at 3,000 to 3,500 bitrate, so that's measured in kilobits per second. So let's see, slow, good quality, medium quality.